first. Why? Why would you do this to me? Why would you do this to me, Vito Tube? Huh? Why would you mess this up? You have the same setting amongst all of your things. Why? Hell yeah, what a good start. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, okay. My expectations were really low, but man, that was... Oh. Boy, that was not great. Incredible. What an incredible host I am. Welcome everybody. I am your host, Onii-chan. Here you are all my emotos. And I'm now realizing something that I completely forgot to do before going live. So we're gonna see if I dox myself or not via the next thing I'm going to do soon. Okay? But yeah, do you want to sit here for a second, get my bearings, say hi to everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well. Yeah, cool. Do you like my little screen, my little stream thingy in the background? The little girl, and they're like, she got her feetsies out for you. And then I have Mita here, my little Mita. Little funny Mita, kind of awful looking body pillow. I believe this thing's like a Roblox prop or asset somebody made. So I don't know if I'm going to have to remove that, if I can use it. I just kind of Googled Mita body pillow and it showed up and I started using it. So hopefully it's not an issue. But hello, everybody. Man, it's been a bit. It's been about a week. I can only stream like once a week because of my health. My health is really bad and I don't get to dictate when I get to stream, pretty much. It's how I feel that does. So, yeah. I apologize for that. But I do want to keep up my 3 videos highlights per week for my little YouTube channel that I make for this. And I've been enjoying the reaction content. It's been pretty fun. Oh, how are we all doing tonight? I know it's not Friday or anything. You got work in the morning probably, and it's a little late. A little late for me at least. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm hoping I sound okay. I'm doing a different line of processing on my microphone. The other one I felt was a bit too harsh. And this one I'm going for a softer kind of feel with my mic. I do also have a fan running in my background because it's really hot in my room. My denoiser isn't going to catch all of it, but I'm hoping that most of it is going to be okay. Oh, okay. So today we're going to be doing some reaction videos, just like always. I don't know how I'm going to feel afterwards. I wanted to also do a Daiba, but I don't think that's going to happen, knowing me. Plus, I would have to go through the process of on stream removing all of my funny haha mods, because I don't think that Twitch will allow me to stream with goon divers on. But that's fine. That's okay. Okay. Oh, this is nice. This is fun. I love all of you. You're all wonderful. So far, things have been good. I had a choice tonight, which I talked to my friend Impopenti about. So I could, for the sake of it, censorship for if this goes on a YouTube later, could have edited corn, quote unquote, or go live first. And I chose to go live. Look, I chose you guys first. Those who don't know, I've been pumping those funny, haha, not safe for work edits out on my Twitter lately. So if you're into seeing some things sound designed, go check that out. Yeah, it's pretty good. I've been doing like 3 a day, and I plan to keep that up for a good while yet because I'm bored and I'm doing it for clout and fun. Oh, I chose you first, my little emotos. Oh, okay. Let's try this, and again, let's hope I don't dox myself. Go here, gonna go to media, gonna go to window capture, and we're gonna pray that this is what I want. That is not what I want. Okay. All right. That was cool. That was awesome. Let's pretend we didn't see that at all. Okay? Let's just pretend that none of that was on screen for the half a second that it was. That's cool. That's fine. It happens. All right, it happens. We're good. So, first video here, I would like to react to, which I saw maybe the first like 2 minutes of this. I'm like, man, I gotta do this. Streaming is harder than a 9 to 5 by Poncho. So, I have an opinion on this right away. As somebody who has worked in foundries, factories, I've done crane work, I've done heavy equipment, I have done welding, I have worked specialist jobs in which I was tasked to go to factory around town and do specialist work that they needed me to do. I have been in the shit when it comes to physical labor. I've built houses, I've built barns. I, as a child with my grandfather, would go and build barns for people, like just as like, you know, like from scratch, like from the bottom ground up. I've built houses for people for charity. I've done electrician work. I know how to do a work, which is funny for someone who hasn't had a real job since like 2021 after I lost my job from COVID. And I've been just doing kind of the audio engineering shit ever since for people. But so quick thing with this. I think it's going to depend on person to person, right? And if you think streaming is harder than a 9 to 5, I ask you, what would you rather do? Would you rather sit in front of your PC, trying to be entertaining, talking to an audience, maybe playing a video game? Or would you rather be on your feet for 10 hours a day, assembling shit in a factory, or being at a McDonald's, or being outside, or doing farmhand work, or being at a call center? Between those things, what would you rather do? Because not everybody's cut out for streaming. That's fair. I'm barely cut out for streaming. I can't even yap yet. I'm just like, blah. I've been streaming since 2017 on multiple accounts and doing different things and helping other people out with content creation. And I'm still bad at this. So again, it's not for everyone. But yeah, just ask yourself, what would you rather do? I'd rather do this. If I could turn this into a living, I probably can't because of my health issues make it too infrequent. But if I could, absolutely, 100%. If it was between this or going back to pouring molds in the foundry, it would be this. Easy. Easy choice. But enough of my old man ranting. So I went through and tried to set the volume for this beforehand. I hope it's okay. If somebody needs it louder, you're welcome to let me know. All right, let's get on with this nonsense.
Tired from what? Content creation is harder than your 9 to 5.
Alright, what's up with y'all? So today we're looking at a Twitch streamer who decided to pick up TikTok and upload his daily routine and a bunch of videos about his job as a small content creator. And you know, at one point, y'all, I was a small content creator, so I'm sure I can relate to some of these. I do believe this dude at one point said that streaming on Twitch is harder than working a 9 to 5, which, say you've never worked a job without saying you've never worked a job. That's how I feel.
I agree with that.
I don't really know what to expect. We're just gonna check this out today. Shout out LilyGirl18. If you want to shout out, I got a link in the description for y'all. Let's watch.
My morning routine as a small content creator. I always make my bed when I get up and make myself some G Fuel to get me energized.
Okay, so this is a small comment, not on the gentleman that we're reviewing right now, or the one like who is the focus of this video, but just a nitpick of me as an audio editor. So please, if you're making videos and you have varying degrees of levels of like in volume, take the time to adjust them for your audience. So this guy's audio is like crazy loud, and then the video we're reacting to or he's like presenting to us is crazy quiet. It's honestly not that hard to figure out how LUFS work. And if you can get that concept down for when you're editing videos, it makes your content so much better. You can actually make it so your content from beginning to end, a user does not ever have to touch the volume knob. When I make videos, I try to hit a very specific LUFS level, and I want it so you set your volume once for me, and then you never have to touch the volume knob again. Obviously, nothing's going to be perfect, especially when I'm working with highlight VODs, but when I'm doing like my ASMR channel stuff, or am I doing like the not safe for work videos, I go by that. And it makes a much better viewing experience for your audience. Please, content creators, I understand it's hard, you got a lot of work, but figure this part out, please, because I can barely hear what this dude's saying, and I can't turn it up anymore because your voice is fucking loud. Also, somebody tell me, is G Fuel good? I see G Fuel everywhere. Like, I see a lot of people sponsored by it, but I don't know if it's good. Can somebody let me know? I'm not gonna capture cursor, by the way. I would like to know. I don't drink these kind of drinks. I've never had these kind of drinks before because I'd say they're a bit newer, but I also grew up with Red Bull, Monster Energy, and Amp Energy, so and Full Throttles. So we had that. I didn't need this concoction chemical nonsense in my body.
Okay, hold up. Your first drink of the day is G Fuel? Are you insane? That's really how you're starting your morning. I mean, props to him for making his bed, but that G Fuel, I don't know about all that.
Then I brush
Also
my
good.
teeth and take a shower and
Make your bed, yeah.
shave my face. I always try to make myself some kind of breakfast, and even though eggs are pretty gross,
Dude using olive oil for eggs. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it right now. I hate when you make eggs with olive oil. My mom did that before me, and it's I feel like it really overpowers the flavor of the egg. And also, he didn't even season it. Put some salt and pepper on it. Like, oh my god, egg with freshly cracked black pepper. Oh, it's so good. All right, I understand this is this dude's morning routine, and he's like, oh, this is how my day goes, but there are like jobs I've had to where I wish I had the time to get up and eat breakfast, or I wish I had the time to get up and shave properly. Because when I had to drive to the foundry, it was a 2.5 hour drive because it was out of state, but the pay made it worth it. I did not get the ability to wake up at, I think I woke up at 3 a.m. Like, if I had to wake up earlier to like, because I mean, I did properly shower, you have to. But to shave and do all this other crap and not get McDonald's on the way, it would have been awesome. If I could have just prepped myself like a human being and not go like stand in a disgusting acid-filled vat for 2 hours. Not 2 hours, like 12 hours, excuse me.
I need to edit my videos throughout the day.
The way he phrased that shit gives me the fuel I need to edit my videos throughout the day. You know, I need a large amount of fuel to be able to complete this insane task. Like, listen, I know that editing videos can be draining, but gives me the energy shut the fuck. All right, so we already saw his morning routine. I'm curious about his nightly routine.
I'm sorry to pause again, but that's actually something I can agree with to an extent as somebody who has been an editor for about 10 years and actually longer, if you count the stuff I didn't consider myself proper. Editing is very draining. If you're good at it and you know what you're doing and you're trying to create a good final product, it does take a lot of your concentration and it can drain you. Much like any job, working at like an office job, you got to stare at a computer all day and like keep your hard focus on it. I actually can agree with that to an extent, but it's like, it's also another one of the things. Would you rather edit a video all day or would you rather be at McDonald's all day?
I want to see how he winds down. I really feel like there's a lot I can learn from this individual right here. Swell, young man.
Nightly routine of a small content creator. My schedule clears up after I edit, so I usually walk to the gas station for some Ghost or some Mountain Dew.
This dude's poor kidneys, man.
Screaming at you.
Yeah, he said it.
I was working a 9 to 5 and I would wake. Y'all gonna call me crazy for this. I woke up every single day at around 6, 7 a.m. and my first meal of the day would be beef jerky and Monster Energy. I'm not even kidding. And looking back at it now, it's kind of funny because I remember asking myself, oh, why does my stomach hurt all the time? Not realizing that I was putting all that
I can't blame that too much. Like, I understand a lot of young people really get swept up into the huge like caffeine thing, because I did when I was very young. I actually had a Monster Energy addiction since I was a teenager, and I got to the point working at factories where I was drinking 4 Monsters a day, and I could easily go through like 2 12-packs a week, no problem, just to function, and sometimes just to go to sleep too, because like I would get home, chug a Monster, and take a nap. So I can't blame them too much because you get highly dependent on it. But I feel like one of those things where if you can, get off of caffeine. I stopped caffeine for a year to see what would happen. And I felt like shit, but I felt like shit in a different way. I'm back to drinking iced tea, sugar-free iced tea, but I mix it half and half myself, so it's barely that much. So do yourself a favor and get off of it. You deserve it. Even though it can be difficult, especially if you work these kind of jobs, like hard labor jobs.
trash in my body every single morning. Listen, I do have a sweet taste for like energy drinks for some reason. I wish I didn't. And really, I've quit drinking energy drinks because they just don't do anything for me. But that's crazy. This man starts his morning off with G Fuel and ends it with Mountain Dew, I think he said. Your body does not like you, brother.
Your poor
Exhausted
kidneys.
when I get home since it's at the end of my day.
That can give you intestinal
Maybe
problems.
tired. You've been sitting at a desk all day. You definitely can't be exhausted. Maybe mentally exhausted. I don't know what he means by that, but that word is crazy to use.
So this is when I start getting ready for bed. I don't get much time to relax since I stay
Ghost
busy
and a
every
Mountain
day,
Dew, dude. That's
this is
so
around
much
the time
sugar.
I usually brush my teeth, shower, and watch some
At least he brushes his teeth before bed. Good for him.
I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. This daily routine sounds depressing as fuck. Listen, chat, I'm a content creator, so I know how the whole game goes of the daily routine with being able to upload videos or stream videos every day. This dude seems like all he does is just stays at his desk all day. And I remember back when
I mean, a lot of people do,
I
though.
started scheduling my days to where I had some more balance in my life. I hit the gym a year ago, or I started hitting the gym a year ago. I started eating healthier.
I would say that it depends on just who you are as a person. Because like there are people who need more balance in their lives, but there are also people who are married to their job. And being a content creator, like if you're doing it full time, it is your job. You have to make it your like 9 to 5. So yeah, I can understand. Yeah, it sucks and it can be depressing, but if you love it, it's fine. I don't want to look at it being like, oh, it's so depressing that it's like he's got to sit at his desk all day and make content and do things he likes. I guess it's just like how you're viewing it. Like this, like I edit audios all day. That's what I'm doing. But I enjoy it. I enjoy sitting here editing audios, editing your funny animation videos for internet's things. Those funny haha animations, right? But I guess you could say it's depressing depending on who you are. Especially if you're a more active person, which God, I'm not an active person. If anybody wants to know, like, I'm built like Daru from Steins Gate, so that's fine.
Taking walks more. I started playing tennis more. I started playing basketball more. You know what I'm saying? Then you wouldn't want to be drinking Red Bull and G Fuel all the time. He hasn't mentioned water once. Where's the water? Also, an energy drink before bed? What?
Natural vitamins. Look, I just think it's really yummy, and it sure is a lot better for me than just downing a bunch of Monster or Red Bull.
Listen, bro. Just listen closely. You're not wrong.
That's the marketing.
G Fuel is better than Red Bull. Actually, I don't know about all that. Have you ever considered trying to drink water or trying to eat healthy and do it consistently? I know. I'm
telling you right now.
You'll be like, oh, I don't like this.
Drink more water and you'll feel so much better.
But G Fuel, my dog. No. That was an advertised product through like Keemstar and a bunch of other people in 2016 and a bunch of gamers. Like, you really think a bunch of gamers are gonna make a product that gives you good energy? I hate to say it too, you know, I'm sure maybe it gives you a little bit of energy, but it is nowhere near the best option you can have. Maybe make a protein shake, maybe walk outside. You don't need G Fuel. Even Gatorade is a good option, and Prime is a pretty good option too from what I've seen. I tried it one time.
Isn't Gatorade just a shit ton of sodium disguised as electrolytes?
Harder than your 9 to 5.
There it is, chat. I didn't think we'd get here. Now, obviously, I don't have to break this down, but I feel like I should, just to paint the picture better for y'all, that this is so wrong. I've worked 4 9-to-5s in my entire life. My first job was working at Sky Zone, and that was actually a really fun job. Second job was working at a restaurant as a busser and an expert.
I would never work in a restaurant. That sounds awful.
My fourth and most recent job that I held was working in a warehouse, moving boxes in the back, selling countertops, selling cabinets to people, big things too. I had to move these all the way to the back of a warehouse just by carrying shit and just rolling stuff on a dolly. I'm talking.
Oh man, guy had easy mode. Some of the factories I worked at, we had a limited amount of dollies and like Jackson stuff to carry shit. One of the places we had these big ass weights that were at least 50 pounds, and we needed to move them across to put them on top of pallets because they needed to be balanced. I don't remember what was in the pallets, but like I said, it's something that needed to be smashed down. And if you didn't get lucky and get one of those things like first, you had to carry about 10 or so of these 50-pound weights that we actually welded ourselves across the entire factory just to place on these pallets and come back and get them. It fucking sucked. I don't know. I'm getting I'm gonna be honest, I'm getting kind of annoyed with the speaker. Nothing really against him, but there's this kind of mentality that I see a lot of people who do physical labor have, where it's like, oh, I work harder than you, or I'm better than you because I have this job. Especially when it comes to people who work in offices. Like, if you've worked in factories before, you know the absolute hatred your fellow like person on the floor has of those who work in the office. Which I get. They're air conditioned. They have to just push some papers and work in computers all day. It's like, oh yeah, look at your nice cushiony job, right? But I don't know. It just feels kind of snooty to me. I understand where he's coming from, where it's like, oh yeah, it's just some kid who's doing his own thing. He thinks this is hard and whatnot, which to an extent, some parts of it can be. But it's like, don't. I used to be like this too. When I was doing foundry work, I was absolutely like this. I would actually be the kind of person to. I would purposefully go out covered in ash, and we had to work with an acid sand that would stick to our whole body. And I would kind of just go outside and be like, oh yeah, look at me, I'm dirty for my hard ass job, what are you doing? I would be kind of toxic about it. And I've learned later on, it's like, oh, that wasn't me being cool or anything. That was me being a slave to somebody making millions of dollars more than me over my physical labor and destroying my body. But I don't know. Like, there's just a mindset I don't like, and I'm getting that from this video. Again, nothing against the speaker. It's just, meh.
Talking refrigerators, I was having to work. And then once my YouTube channel popped off, I didn't have to work there anymore. I quit. I put in my 2-day notice. It's supposed to be a 2-week notice, but I was just like, I'm out of here.
Nah, fuck them, leave.
I'm not gonna lie, this job is the easiest thing I've ever done. That's also the most rewarding. I'm just gonna keep it all the way a stack with y'all. I make so much money off this. And obviously, it's only because of you guys tuning in. I recognize that. But all I'm doing is just putting gameplay on the screen and talking about random things I see on the internet. Like, I know this dude is not saying it's harder than a 9-to-5. I can sit here and complain all the time like, oh, I'm getting kind of stressed out by this, but I always have to bring myself back into reality and be like, holy shit, bro, are you seriously complaining about this? You're really complaining about your dream job? Nah, you can kind of tell this dude's never worked a job in his life, and if he did, it was a very easy job. To further prove my point, I remember when I was able
Is he complaining, or is he just young and ignorant? Because I don't know. I didn't get the feeling that he's complaining.
Hysterically crying because it's such a blessing, and the fact that this dude doesn't understand that, it hasn't even clicked in his brain yet that this is such a blessing to have, and maybe he's just having too much like technology overstimulation, and he just needs to go to fuck
I would
outside.
Say that. Yeah.
I mean, bro, all you do is drink Red Bull. All you do is sip G Fuel or whatever you do. I don't know what you do. Set blocks in your schedule to make yourself happier. Because looking at your eyes right now, I know your ass depressed, and looking at your room too.
You really don't know how much hard work goes into creating multiple videos.
What's wrong in this room?
Being constantly creative with new videos.
It's a neat desk, actually. It's like a...
Getting new shots.
It looks cozy.
Many takes over and over. It can get to be a lot.
And that's not because the job itself is hard. You're just overthinking it. I remember when I used
Some people like minimalist rooms with like not a lot of crap in it.
How's it going, everybody? Until I just started realizing that I'm overcomplicating this shit. How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all doing well today. It's simple. You're just overthinking it. And it's probably because you want to seek approval or play the algorithm game. I don't know what your motive is, but bro, just be you. That is not the job's problem. That is your problem. Remember back when I was starting my videos out in like 2019, and I would talk like this every single video. I would talk like a radio announcer, and I would just stress myself out because it just wasn't me, bro. I was trying to seek approval or try to play the algorithm game. I was trying to be funny. Just be you, bro. That's how you.
I don't know what game this like gameplay thing this is. I hate this. I hate Minecraft in general, but this like
so much.
I hate this.
Human since then. I stopped caring so much about what I say and what I shouldn't say. If this is too corny or if this is too whack or if people are gonna think I'm weird for that, I'd rather let people think I'm weird for it, because guess what? I'm working with me. I'm not working with a...
I also feel that this is also hyper dependent on who you are and what you're trying to present. Because if you want to present yourself as being professional, that's absolutely fine. I don't see anything wrong with that in general. Like, you can go online, you can be a political person, or you can talk about like whatever you want, be unfiltered. I feel like I have kind of a cross of each on my little channel. Every now and then I make my shitty jokes, or I try to be good at speaking to you guys just because that's how I want to be. That's how I've always presented myself when streaming by myself. When I'm with other people, yeah, I'm a piece of shit. Absolutely. But yeah, I don't think I would call someone like, oh, it's not being yourself. Like, how do you know that's not being themselves? That's just how they want to present themselves. That's a part of them. Sure, people might be stiff when they're starting out. That's its own thing. They're going to loosen up eventually. That's just how everyone is, especially if you're new. I don't know. I don't see an issue with any of that, in my opinion. I don't see the point of like coming out and be like, nah, I'm different. I'm softer. I'm doing this. I'm doing what I want. Not everybody gets to do what they want though, especially even if it comes with content creation. If you have locked yourself into a specific type of content and you have an audience that expects you to be a certain way and you want to present yourself in that way, going out of that really throws people off. Just it's like do what you want. He's like he said in a way, be yourself, but yourself doesn't have to be unfiltered. It doesn't have to be free flowing. It can be professional. Like, I don't know. I don't like this mindset. I'm sorry. I know I bitched a lot about that.
A mask of me.
Bro doesn't leave his house. Having lots of friends and going out too much can be a really big distraction. I keep my circle really small. Of course, going out with friends is really nice and all, but all of my
Welch's grape juice, man.
So it's a really good environment.
I love juice.
People call my life sad or depressing, but I like how I live. It makes me happy, so I don't see why there's anything wrong with that.
Now I know you
Good for him.
smell that cope from a mile away. Look at his face when he says that. Oh, I love how I live. You're not really expressing it. And you're making tons of TikTok videos coping basically about how quote unquote hard your life is and how much goes into being a small streamer. Like, bro, no, there's not really shit that goes into it compared to most people that live on this earth. Most people are out here working their jobs, doing more things that you have to do on a daily basis, and they get 10 times less benefit than you, bro. Think about that. I don't believe this dude loves his life. I mean, sure, he might like it because of all the benefits he gets, but he doesn't love it. You can tell. And the reason why I'm so like crazy about this right now, like I'm really fired up about this because I low-key kind of want to help him in a way. I hope he's watching this video. It's almost like he's...
How can you tell though? How can you put yourself in someone's shoes like that and say, no, you don't love this? Right? A lot of people don't express themselves in some hyper way. They don't always have to convey that emotion to you. Like, if I'm in my room, I'm chilling, watching TV, I'm my happiest. I don't have to be a giggly mess to like express that. I'm just sitting there enjoying my life. Sure, I can agree to an extent that this kid's, he's just young, he's ignorant, he's figuring things out in like life. And if this is all he's actually ever known, I could also to an extent and understand them in a way going like, yeah, I get why you would think this is hard. If this is what you've known and this is what you put yourself into a professional mindset for, that's fine to an extent, but I don't think it's realistic when I would say something is hard because there are people out there busting their asses off in things where they wish they could sit at home and essentially do what you're doing, right? But they don't all have the opportunity because some have like kids they have to take care of, some have like big houses they have to take care of, and they're already established in their jobs. Not everybody can leave their job to go do and follow something that's I would call a chance, right? I got lucky to an extent. I don't really make any money at all from this. I just have my little commissions that I do every now and then. I'm also kind of physically busted, so I do have a lot of help from family. So right now in this point in my life, I can't go and say I'm any better than anybody with anything. But I don't know. I don't think it's right to go and tell somebody like, how are you happy? What do you mean? If you're not like me, how are you happy? How can I help you? I want to show you a different thing, right? No, let them be. Sure, they're going to say stupid shit on the internet. That's just how kids are now. That's just how they know how to exist. But at the same time, I don't see like the point of getting all uppity about it. I don't know. I don't like this mindset.
Living half of his life. He doesn't understand that there's another side to this that you can actually tap into to make you want to enjoy this stuff. And shit, it'll probably coincide with being able to pop off as a streamer. Once you have good energy in your streams, people mess with you more. They laugh at your streams. They smile at your streams. Bro, I have not detected a single emotion out of any of these videos yet, other than just depression.
Day in the life of a content creator. I made some G Fuel because I desperately needed to organize, so this should give me the energy that I need.
Alright, by this point, it's like, who the fuck raised this kid? You need energy to clean your room? That's his way of saying I'm depressed and I need a substance to be able to have enough energy to clean my room. That is the definition of depression. I can go do groceries by myself without all that stuff. I can clean my room. I can make my bed. I can shower without all
Who gives a fuck? What?
Talking about? Are y'all kind of confused by this too?
Energy that I need.
I would say that's more just chemical dependence. I wouldn't say that's depression. A lot of people can have messy lives and not be depressed. That's just how they are as a person. They put certain things forward instead of these like little things around us. Like I grew up where I was taught, okay, the big things matter more. It's my job as somebody who helps out in the house is to like understand, okay, the house comes first. The people in the house come first, right? It's just, I don't know. I don't know where somebody else gets off going, no, you're depressed just because you have this simple aspect of your life. No, a lot of people have chemical depressions. A lot of people, I'm sorry, not chemical depression, chemical dependencies. Like I did for years and years. I know people who are like bouncing off the walls, going to the gym constantly, doing a lot of shit, and they have these big ass messy rooms, but they're as fit as they can be in their lives. I have family members who are like that. It's like, I don't know, where do we? I hate this. I'm sorry. I know I'm rambling again, but God, I'm more annoyed at the presenter of this video than I am at the person in the video that they're talking about.
I spent the first half of my day batch filming other videos, so this is basically a full-on content day. After I filmed, my room was a complete mess, so the second half of my day was spent cleaning and editing. I made some dinner and edited the footage that I had, but
That looked like a good sandwich. I would eat that.
done, so I went to sleep.
Okay, totally drained at the end of your day when you started it off by drinking G Fuel, making your bed, and cleaning your room that you needed G Fuel to help you with. Then you work on videos and then organize again, I think he said, and you're tired by the end of your day. Bro, you need to restructure your entire life. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest, and yeah, that's all I really wanted to look at today. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments.
Welcome Midnight.
Maybe there's some of you guys that actually think that this stuff is like super hard, and to a degree, if you're somebody like Mr. Beast and you have a bunch of people employed under you and you have a whole operation going, yes, that is when it becomes like, oh shit, this is super demanding. But this is just a video game streamer, you know what I'm saying? There's a big difference. But let me know what y'all think in the comments, and if you want to see more videos of mine, I got them on the screen for you right now. And yeah, y'all stay blessed, have a good day, see you.
Okay, that was Streaming is Harder Than a 9 to 5 by Poncho. I'm thoroughly annoyed with this video. I've said it enough times throughout the video. I don't need to go on rants about it. It's just, I don't know. There's this modern mindset that I see, like, and I know I'm also feeding into it by doing reactionary content. I think almost everybody that does this, where we have to put somebody else's life on view for us and then have people just compare them to it. It's like, no, everybody's different. Just let everybody be different. Like if he's young and dumb and he's like ignorant of the world and how things really are, and that's all he knows, just let him be young and dumb. It'll come back to bite him eventually if he doesn't understand that maybe this isn't like forever, because I don't think it is forever for a lot of people. Who knows what it'll be like in 5 years if VTubing will even be a thing, if there'll be a crash of some sort. Maybe it'll be even more common, like once tools become more available and knowledge becomes more available. I think in a way, yeah, like somebody who has actually done 10-hour streams before, I used to have a job with an old YouTube channel, which I was part of their streaming team. We would stream 2 to 3 times a week, sometimes even more, to an audience of, we've had, I think, upwards of 300 viewers before. And we've had streams where we've done 10 hours. I've been part of multiple like extra life streams in which we've had to stream for 24 hours straight. Yeah, there's a bit of a difference in that, but yes, it can be exhausting to a certain extent. And I also don't think the kid's problem is that he's like maybe as exhausted from the stuff he's doing all day. I think the diet is probably helping more, because like I remember being the end of the day, I'd have a ton of caffeine and I would just crash out. I would say that's probably more of a factor than anything. Oh my God. Go to my chatting screen. Oh man. That got me a little worked up. Hey Midnight, how you doing? Welcome. I'm here going off on my old man rants, okay? I do that a lot. I'm to the part of my life where I'm not really looking forward and I'm looking back and criticizing, if that makes sense. Oh, that was an alright video. I don't know. It's fine at the most. It's fine. Again, I'm gonna bitch about one more thing. Audio, please. If you're making a video, try and learn how to edit your audio so things are smooth and consistent. I have a lot of issues with these. I know, like, my videos aren't going to be perfect, but when it comes to making a video and you have the opportunity to go into post and fix things, please try and fix that. Please learn what LUFS are. If people could learn how to do that, your video content would be miles above your peers, right? Oh, Midnight, that's sad. You don't like your mic? I believe I've told you before, I'm an audio engineer. I've been doing it since I was 10, like where I've been doing like actual music and I've been in recording studios and whatnot. And I've also worked professional jobs with like big companies. And I actually worked for like Disney for a small while when it comes to like doing audiobook editing, which that was pretty cool. Nah, it's not asking for help. It's me saying I'm a big nerd and I like to help people when it comes to the things that I know. So if you ever want to hit me up and say, "Hey, give me a budget," and I will literally tell you how to set everything up. You can also if I feel like a lot of people can do that. If anybody joins my public Discord, because that's where I'm going to be the most or easily reachable, because I don't really accept DMs from strangers too often. You want to be like, "Hey, yeah, I'm having issues with this. Are you willing to help me?" I would absolutely get in like one of my VC legs with you and go through settings on how to set up OBS, how to do audio shit. That's fine. I don't mind helping people. Just be nice about it. You want microphone recommendations, at me on Twitter. Like, hey, I have this budget and this mic. I need all this stuff, or get me on Discord, whatever. That's fine. That's good. Oh, man, I'm all worked up now and I'm upset. I'm upset and annoyed. I thought I would come away with this from this video being like, oh, yeah, this stupid kid. Like he thinks everything is so hard. But no, I feel for him in a way. I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying it's harder than a real like 9 to 5, but at the same time I can come off understanding maybe. Yeah. Oh God. All right. Give me 1 sec to go use the restroom real quick because I have to chug a bunch of water to do these videos because I have bad mouth clickies and I have dry mouth issues. So give me a minute. I'll be back in two minutes or whatever. So I'll just stay right here. You can stare at anime feet. Give me 1 second. Oh God. Oh God. Oh, which one's my mute button?